Goddamn, I need a drink.
Ihre aktuelle Single S.O.B, Son of a Bitch, ist gerade auf Gold gegangen und jetzt sind sie da bei mir. Herzlich willkommen, Nathaniel Rateliff and the Nights.
Sweats.
How you doing?
I'm well.
Wonderful.
Your single went gold, I just mentioned it. How do you feel about that?
We just found out yesterday, and it's pretty exciting. For anybody to like anything we're doing is amazing, but for a lot of people, it's great. It's a great feeling. It's really humbling.
Also sie freut sich mega, dass ihre Single auf Gold gegangen ist und das ist ein großartiges Erlebnis für sie. What are you gonna buy from all that money that you get from the single?
Waiting for the money to come in. So, and there's 7 of us on the road in the band, so it's a lot of people to take care of.
So you're spending a lot of money for
Yes.
people.
Yeah, and coming from Colorado to Europe is very expensive for such a big outfit. So we just are overwhelmed by the support.
Also ihre Single ist auf Gold gegangen. Ich habe sie gefragt, was wird es sich kaufen von all dem Geld. Sie sagen, es sind recht viele Leute unterwegs, sie kommen von Colorado auf Europa, das kostet alles sehr viel Geld und sie warten immer darauf, also so viel können sie doch nicht ausgeben. S.O.B, Son of a Bitch, what's the story behind the song? How did you come up with this idea?
Well, the song is actually written about a real situation that happened to me that wasn't great. But I just try to make light of it and kind of make fun of myself in hopes that, I learned something.
What situation are you talking about?
I quit drinking when I was in London one time, and I ended up having alcohol withdrawals.
Alright, that doesn't really sound nice.
It wasn't nice at all. It was horrible.
Also der Song S.O.B, Son of a Bitch, da geht es darum, dass er aufgehört hat, Alkohol zu trinken in London und dann so Entzugserscheinungen gehabt und das war nicht eine sehr schöne Situation gewesen. The video for the song is happening in a prison. Did you ever play in a prison yourself, Joseph?
No, we've never played in a prison yet. Famously Johnny Cash did, and we'd love to go to San Quentin and play there sometime. But yeah, that was filmed in London in an old decommissioned hydroelectric power station.
Wow.
We did sing in jail when we got arrested once. Joseph was wearing leather pants. I was wearing a leather vest with like wool fleece on the inside. And our other buddy was outside of the cell, and the cops were like, "Sounds like your friends are having a real good time in there." He's like, "I don't know, man. They're probably still drunk." So
What did you get arrested for?
something.
It's a long story.
We beat
We
up.
want to hear the long stories.
Oh,
We
well.
got time.
We were trying to buy drugs. Just marijuana, which is legal now, but
Yeah.
it wasn't then. And the guy was like, "Yeah, I'll give you $20 worth," but then he didn't have anything, so we were just trying to get our $20 back, and
Did you get in a fight or?
we didn't beat him up. We should, in hindsight, we should have just kicked his ass and left, but and taken our money. But
Well,
of course, yeah.
Well, it was right outside of a bar that we had just been kicked out of, and
You were angry already, yeah?
well, that was another part of the story. It was a friend of ours who it was 2 days before his wedding, and he got in a big fight with his fiancée, and he got kicked out of the bar, and then we got kicked out for defending him, and then the real bummer was that we were fighting in the street like a block away from the police station. So it
close.
only took a few minutes for them to come and arrest us.
I
And
think
then
we were just driving by, and then they're like, "Oh, these guys are beating that guy up," and they arrested all 4 of us.
yeah.
So they put you into prison. That's where you were singing then.
Just county jail.
Yeah,
Alright.
we were being held. They were trying to book us, and we were chained to we had handcuffs to like a cement block bench
Wow, that's
that we were
like
sitting
real
on.
stuff,
and
huh?
We were just trying to make the best of it, and so we were singing in there, and they did not appreciate that very much.
No, or when they pulled me out of the cell, and they're like, "Put your hands against the wall," and you put your hands up, and then I look back at the cop and I'm like, "You're not gonna give me an anal cavity search, are you?" I pretended to cry, and he did not think that was funny one bit, but I did. So he was like, "Get the fuck back in there," and threw me back in the cell. But
That's
we
awesome.
only spent like one night in jail, so that was all. But it was enough to not ever want to go back.
Yeah, and it was the first and only time I've ever worn leather pants.
And the last, yeah.
I'll never do it again.
Das ist eine awesome Story. Also sie haben mal im Gefängnis gesungen, weil sie verhaftet worden sind. Sie sind in einen Fight, also in einen Kampf hineingekommen, sie wollten Drogen kaufen. Alles ist irgendwie schief gegangen und sie haben Lederhosen und Lederschille angehabt etc. You understand that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Und sind dann verhaftet worden und in so ein Gefängnis gestellt worden. Und dann haben sie gefunden, komm, wir machen das Beste aus dieser Situation und wir singen einfach mal eine Runde. Und dann nachher der Nathaniel untersucht wurde vom Polizist, hat er ganz gesagt, aber bitte gib mir keine Analuntersuchung. Hat der Polizist aber nicht so lustig gefunden. That's an awesome story.
Thanks. I didn't know. I always, when you said lederhosen, I would not just think pants. I just always thought of the.
Short pants.
Yeah.
The short pants, yeah, that you wear for Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I can picture it already.
We're from a German town.
Yeah.
In Missouri, by the way.
And they have.
It's a German
Oktoberfest.
town. There's
Yeah.
German towns in the U.S.
Well, I mean,
From
it was
settlers or so.
Yeah, settlers. So, but they still have Oktoberfest and Maifest too. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also sie sind von einer deutschen Stadt in Amerika, also eine Stadt, wo Deutsche Siedler sind. Die haben halt viel so Oktoberfest und so ist das alles passiert mit diesen Lederhosen. If we look at your career right now from outside, we could say or see that you experiencing an overnight success right now, but that's not actually true. You're making music since a long time. Also, with you, Joseph.
Yeah, 21 years.
21 years together. How does it feel to right now break through?
Well, we were just about to try to figure something else out to do with our lives, so it was pretty good timing. Yeah, and you know, it does seem like an overnight success from the outside, but I think anybody who has success, unless you're 14 maybe, has been at it for a long time, you know. So I think it's pretty common for people to work a long time and have to just keep pushing up against it, and you know, hopefully you get lucky, and we definitely got lucky and did not expect any success to this level.
Also sie haben einen Erfolg über Nacht, den sie im Moment erfahren, aber das ist nur halb richtig, weil sie so seit x Jahren zusammen Musik machen und sie sagen, es geht allen Leuten, die so erfolgreich sind, dass du lang schaffst und irgendwann dann kommt der Erfolg. If you look back on your time together, when were the hardest times that you went through together in your long time?
Been so many hard times. When you had cancer, that was pretty hard.
That was pretty hard.
Standing looking backwards in the out. You said there's room enough to cramp.
So
Joseph, you had cancer once?
I had testicular cancer when I was 22, which sounds crazy, but it's a cancer that's common for men that are 18 to 28. And that was really hard. That was a really hard time.
And the girlfriend you just started to date found out she was pregnant.
Yep,
2 weeks later.
It was a lot of change all at once.
All at the
at
same
a young
time?
age. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and at the same time, my cousin was in a head-on collision. My mother fled her marriage. There was just a lot of
That's a lot.
really
coming
crazy
together.
stuff all at one time. And so it was. And at one point, Joseph went back to Missouri because we were living in Colorado just to be with his family. And so I stayed back and took care of his pregnant girlfriend and worked all the time. So yeah, it was hard.
Also sie sind schon durch sehr harte Zeiten zusammengegangen, ihre gemeinsame Zeit. Joseph hat Krebs bekommen und seine Freundin ist schwanger geworden. Und Nathaniel, seine Mutter, ist abgehauen quasi. Und sie sind durch das alles zusammen durchgegangen. Recht viele harte Zeiten. Did music help you through these times?
We actually built in our back room of the house we were living in. We built a soundproof room, which wasn't really soundproof.
You don't agree?
But it was soundproof enough that we could go back there and make noise and not wake up his daughter Adeline. And we played music through the whole thing. We were actually having practice one day when his hair started to fall out, and so we stopped practice and I shaved his head and then I shaved my head and then I kept it like that until his hair grew back. So.
You didn't shave your eyebrows though.
No.
That was too much.
Or I did have a beard too, which is pretty funny. I was I wasn't getting laid a lot. I didn't look real. Mostly people were like, just got out of my way. I had like a big beard and a shaved head. Wearing my bell bottoms, my Strokes t-shirt, and
Yeah,
just
you look
like,
pretty scary.
I looked pretty confused, really. It's like, what is that skinhead biker doing with fucking Strokes bell bottom shit? Yeah, so.
Also sie haben in dieser Zeit, wo der Joseph Krebs gerade haben zusammen gelebt und erzählen herrliche Geschichten von dieser Zeit, nämlich dass sie ein riesiges Studio gebaut haben, wo sie gemeint haben, das sei schalldicht, aber das war nicht ganz schalldicht gewesen. Und der Nathaniel hat sich seine Haare abrasiert, weil er quasi mit seinem Freund zusammen durch die ganze Therapie gehen etc. Und die Leute haben sich gefragt, was macht eigentlich der Skinhead da in der Nachbarschaft. So, S.O.B, son of a bitch. Who's the biggest son of a bitch of our times right now?
Donald
Trump.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. I expected.
I mean, I think a lot of things I could say.
He,
You don't even start.
I don't even want to give him any more. I don't
Yeah.
even want to speak his name.
Does he tan? That's what it looks like. He goes to a tanning bed because he has like his face is really red except for right here,
Yeah.
and he just has like sort of a butthole mouth. I don't know.
Also der biggest son of a bitch, der grösste Hurensohn von der heutigen Zeit, ist für sie der Donald Trump. Und er fragt sich, ob er in so ein Solarium oder so geht, weil er bei den Augen irgendwie eine ganz andere Farbe hat als im Rest vom Gesicht. Coming up with another name, Britney Spears. You have a special relationship to her. I saw it on Facebook. What happened there?
We don't. She made a video or like 3 videos to one of our songs. And for no reason, as far as we know.
Maybe because
And
it's
so
a good song. I don't know.
we decided pretty quickly it would be good to do a response.
Son of a bitch, give me a drink. One of the night, on a scrappy thing.
So in the video, we see her dancing like half naked, and she chooses your song.
But did you see the video I made?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Pretty hot stuff.
Also Britney Spears hat 3 Videos hochgeladen, wo sie so halbnackt tanzt und sie gefunden, das ist dann eine gute, man sollte auf das antworten. Und Nathaniel hat dann auch ein Video gemacht, wo er ziemlich ähnlich auch tanzt. Das findest du alles bei ihnen auf Facebook etc. Now that you're on tour, you mentioned you have families back home. How much do you miss them?
Thanks.
A whole lot. There's a handful of us in the band that are either married or in committed relationships, and Nathaniel has a stepdaughter who is, 20, almost 21.
She came to New York to see us when we did Jimmy Fallon recently, which was nice to see her.
And I have my daughter Adeline, who just turned 13, and a son who is about to be 2. And I've been on the road I'll be on the road for his birthday. I was on the road for my daughter's birthday, and it's the hardest thing about being over here is the 8-hour time difference to back home.
You can't just give a call like.
Yeah, so you've got to really try to plan it out to make sure you can catch people when they're available, when you're available. But thankfully we have technology helping us out. But it's really difficult to be gone so long. But as the year progresses, we're hoping festival time will kind of have some more time. We won't be on the road solidly for 5 or 6 weeks at a time. But we're all learning. It's a struggle. But everybody's very supportive in our lives of what we're doing. So we're really fortunate to have a family that believes in us and cares about this.
Also sie vermissen ihre Familie mega fest, sind beide Kinder daheim. Und es ist ein schwieriger Moment wegen der Zeitverschiebung von Amerika und Europa. Da muss man immer genau abmachen, wenn man sich sehen will. Aber sie hoffen, dass im Sommer dann mehr Festivals spielen und darum mehr Zeit haben für ihre Familie. These days a lot of awards are given to people, to musicians. Tomorrow we have the Swiss Music Awards. It's like the Grammys of Switzerland. What should you be given an award for? What's your special talent? What makes you worth an award?
Well, yeah.
Say it.
What my wife would say is you guys think he's good at playing songs. He's really good at eating pussy. But yeah, so.
All right.
I was going to say all your ball tricks.
Oh yeah, thank
Yeah, you get some awards for that too.
Also sie kommen, Nathaniel sagt, sie kommen zu einem Award bekommen für Pussy lecken, wenn ich es richtig verstanden habe. Yeah, I think I understood you right.
Yeah,
Well, thank you very much. Good luck with the show that you're playing tonight in Bern, and you're coming back in summer for Open St. Köln.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
we'll see you then.
Yeah, I'll see you then. Thank you very much. That's it.
shut up.